we were adding correct people to give them an environment to be successful. Because when you focus on them to ensure, when I say them, new team members, when you focus on team members being successful, then everything else takes care of itself.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Scaling up. So you're dedicating team grow the assets from 14 million to 250 million. Tell us what are the secrets about scaling up, and what are the main principles that we can do this sustainable?
I would say in that situation, a lot of it was mindset. And I go back to the abundance versus scarcity mindset. The organization that we grew, Unify, was established in 1978. So I came in 2013 as the second CEO president and really re-energized and revigorated the organization. Great team in place, but they're very used to doing things a certain way and very used to, our average ticket size is $8,000 in our world. Well, guess what? When I left, it was over $100,000. So
wow.
I knew that in order to be able to grow, we talked about expense cutting earlier, that, from a factory perspective, it didn't matter if an opportunity for $8,000 came to our factory or if it's $100,000. We treated both opportunities the same. So we had to go and find the larger transactions, when I say $100,000, to be able to grow and scale. But this roadmap I just laid out to you is exactly the roadmap that we followed. SOPs, because you layer on your SOPs, your KPIs and standards. So everyone understands there's transparency. When people show up in the morning, they know what their responsibility is within the team to ensure success. And how many people go to work nowadays that don't have any idea? They show up, they're kind of given a job description, maybe they're given a little bit of coaching, but then here you go, have at it. And when you're able to onboard team members as well as relationships, it just sets the right tone right from the beginning. And that's what we did. We took our what we call legacy employees that were there for a long time, which were critical to growing the business because they were the foundation. They were the history of the ethos. And then you brought in new energy, new people with fresh ideas. And when we would hire new individuals into our organization, we would tell them two things. One, if your job description is the same a year from now, we've made a mistake in hiring you, because we want you to come in and ask a lot of questions and push, especially the first 60 days, because it's so new to you. We're in the jar. We don't see the label. You're coming in with a fresh perspective. So there's no question at all that you could ask us that's a foolish question. So please ask about everything. And just that communication style and allowing them to share ideas just broaden the horizon, because 75% of team members have great ideas to enhance your customer journey. Most business owners just don't give them the vehicle to be able to share those ideas.
Culture. I think that out of the 500 million that we interview in this broadcast, entrepreneurs, sometimes I ask the question, if you're going to do it, if you need to start all over, how would you do it? What would you do different? And a lot of people give me the answer about culture. Tell me, Harry, if I knew that culture in the company is gonna be the key, if I knew that that is gonna be 10 times, 100 times harder to span and to create this business, I will pay more attention to the team, to the people that was working there at the beginning. However, the scaling up, we have the challenge of legacy, because you have the people already there that they are the foundation of the business. And however, when you come in with the scaling up and going to the next level, you will have this challenge when you bring in new people, right? And now the company have a new culture, not a new culture, but an upgrade of the existing culture. And if you don't handle effectively, could be a clash between the legacy that is already in the business and the new people. So how you navigate this culture challenge, that that especially when a new guy comes with everyone, they are very defensive, and now this guy gonna make me work more, and now why is he doing bringing these new people? So you have people there that you didn't hire, right? They were already there when you arrived, and the culture was already set for that company without you being there, and now you need to come and do a merge of adapting to existing culture and implement yours and start to measure this, which you have done successfully to this
Well,
massive growth. So tell us about the challenges.
I appreciate that, but there is a lot of challenges, and
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hear.
yeah, it is, and it's not easy. And was I successful? If you look at the numbers in the top line, yeah, I was successful. However, I'm a person that always looks back and say, what could I have done differently? And probably the biggest thing that I could have done differently was to slow down and really get to know my team members, which I didn't do, which I had to go back and do that later. And you mentioned something earlier.
We all been there. We all been there. Yeah.
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 And it's hard because you could build a relationship with trust, and trust is everything in a relationship. And that could take 3-4 years to build, or 3 months to build, or 6 months to build, and you could blow it up in 30 seconds. So it's a very, very difficult managing, especially when you are working with an entire team and you're the only one that's coming in, the new sheriff in town, right? Which I don't like that saying. However, they know change is coming. They know, that it's not going to be the same way. And the way that I always position it, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, it's just the way that I did. I would tell people, if you're not happy here, you get one time around this incredible world, this universe. If you're not happy, come see me. I will actually help you go to where you want to go, or at least have that discussion. Because at the end of the day, this is what we're building here. Okay. And you're going to have a say in what we build here, but it's not going to be the same as it was before. It's definitely going to be different. The other thing that you have to you really have to stay focused on, Harry, is, and this is just a fact of life, unfortunately, and you have to have empathy when you're doing this. But the people that maybe were there to grow you from 0 to $250,000 might not be the same people that are going to grow you from 750 to $1 million. It's going to be a different skill set. And again, I'm not knocking each has a critical role in that. However, the people that we had in on the team when we were first growing were completely different today, because we went from 400 clients to 6,000 clients. You had to have someone with that skill set to do that. So wow. you always have to be evolving relative to the skill set of your organization. And I go back to like-minded. It really comes down to hiring, and hiring is probably one of the hardest things to do. I find it fascinating. You go interview with an organization, or I interview someone to join my organization. It's like buying a house, which as well to me is kind of crazy. You go in a house twice, 3 times, maybe before you buy it here in the States, and you could be there for the next 30 years. You've spent maybe 4 hours in that house and you've made a buying decision. The same thing with interviewing. You meet someone for an hour, maybe you talk to them through a Zoom, you get to know them, you do some background checks. This is for a brand new, team member. And you have to make a constant decision, or a decision if there's urgency around hiring this person and having them join. So we really focused on cultural fit more than anything else, to ensure that this person was going to be able to join our organization and fit in, because we had uniqueness to our organization that we were very transparent with up front. It was not an easy environment to work in. And what I mean by that, when you're in the lending business, which we are in, the rules are always changing. Rates are changing. Credit profiles are changing. Inventories are changing. So it's not a static world. It's a very dynamic world. And if you don't have that skill set to be able to change on the dime and critically think and things of that nature, we're just going to set you up for failure. So it was really about the hiring to ensure that we were adding correct people to give them an environment to be successful. Because when you focus on them to ensure, when I say them, new team members, when you focus on team members being successful, then everything else takes care of itself.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.